Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to DC Wilcutt Gymnasium on the campus of CBC High School, home of the Cadets. The CBC Cadets taking on Vianney in an MCC battle. CBC comes in with a record of 14-6, 2-1 in the MCC. CBC has won 7 of 8. They knocked off Chicago St. Rita at O'Fallon on February 5th, 56-51. Before that, a stunning loss at Westminster, 45-43, carrying a big lead into the second half. But wins before that against East St. Louis U High, Modesto Christian at Quincy, to Smet, and at Staley. For Vianney, they come in with a record of 10-10. 1-4 in the MCC. The Golden Griffins are coached by Kevin Walsh in his 22nd season. Career record of .332 and .258, 56% winning percentage for Coach Walsh's career. Vianney's won 9 district championships, 4 sectionals, and appeared in a Final Four in 2012 and 2013. Of course, Justin Tatum, the head coach at CBC in his 9th season, comes in with a record of 170-74 here at CBC. He's 1-2 in state championship games and has had 5 20-plus win seasons. Those forget Justin Tatum also won a state title at Soldan before coming to CBC. We're going to turn it over here to the end of the pregame prayer and the national anthem. And then we'll tell you about the starters here on the Cadet Student Network. My name's Randy Molman. We'll turn it over now. Public address announcer Butch Dimovitz will introduce you to the starters here at DC Wilcutt Gymnasium. So for Vianney, it's Kel Battle, Brandon Hebrink, Teddy Oakes, Luke Walsh, and Adam Saucell. For CBC, it's Rob Martin, the team's leading scorer, the 1,000-point scorer in his career at CBC. Larry Hughes, Justice Johnson, 7-foot sophomore John Bull, and Kendall Houston. They get the start for the Cadets. And we are about to tip here at DC Wilcutt Gymnasium on the campus of CBC High School. It's the Cadets versus the Golden Griffins, an MCC rivalry. What are the chances right out of the gate that Adam Saucell gets the tip from 7-footer John Bull? I think the chances are slim. Officials making sure everybody's ready. Cadets 14-6, Vianney 10-10, and we are underway. CBC controls the tip. That's Kendall Houston. Hands it off to Justice Johnson. Rob Martin, number 1, starting to get some play from Division I colleges, and he hits a jumper right out of the gate. Rob Martin for 2. Into the front court, Teddy Oakes. That ball's knocked out of bounds by Bull. Vianney will inbound. They get it in. It's knocked away. Rob Martin grabs it, and Martin's going to dribble into the front court for the Cadets. Right wing back to Hughes. Martin drives into the lane, back to the corner for Hughes. And the 3 is off the rim, no good. Flying in for the rebound, Houston. Rob Martin, 3 is short. Bounces over the rim, out of bounds on the near side. It'll be Vianney basketball. Couple of good looks for CBC. They couldn't get it to go down, and Saucell will inbound. Saucell's the leading scorer for Vianney, averaging 22.5 points per game this year. He is in the top 5 in the area. Saucell drives down, kicks it out to the corner. Now dribbled out right wing by Hebrank. He'll reset for Vianney. He's at the CBC logo. Right side for a 3, too strong. Houston the rebound. Luke Walsh, the true freshman, missed. Down the lane, Rob Martin with a scoop and a score. 4-0 Cadets. Walsh into the corner. Bounce pass, Saucell from the elbow. Too strong. John Bull the rebound. You'll hear that a lot. Bull there's a 3 from the right corner, no good, and a foul called on John Bull. He reached over Saucell. Bull this year averaging 8.2 rebounds a game. He has 164 rebounds coming in. He also has 85 blocks. And that might be John Bull again. By the way, the previous foul, yeah, that's his first. It wasn't a foul previously, so that's Bull's first. Down the lane to the baseline, kicked out right side. Now a spin move and a bounce pass in the corner for Battle. Battle drives out to number 4, Hebrank. Hebrank to Saucell for 3, too strong. Long rebound, ripped down by Hebrank. He gets it to Walsh. Shot fake, dribble drive right in front of the left elbow, off the glass, no good. Offensive board for Vianney. Grabbed by Oakes. Now in the right corner, it's Walsh. Walsh down low, but he'll pull it out. Hebrank was not going to shoot over Bull. Hebrank, Saucell in the corner, guarded by Martin. Saucell drives, left-handed pass to Walsh. Now top of the key for a long 3, and that one goes down for Brandon Hebrank. And a timeout on the floor. It's 4-3 CBC, 5:45 to go in the first. We talked about John Bull. This is his first year playing at CBC, the sophomore, averaging 10.7 points per game, 85 blocks in 20 games for the 7-footer, already getting D1 offers from all over the place. Let's give you a partial list. Michigan, Butler, Kansas State, Mizzou, Clemson, Illinois, and SLU. That's just the short list. Rob Martin, we talked about him getting D1 looks. He's announced his final 3 schools: St. Louis University, Eastern Illinois, and Indiana State. If he were to go to Indiana State, he would follow. There's Larry Hughes. Missed the one-handed jam. He was a little short on it. Rob Martin drives and floats one home. He has 6. Hughes hurt his hand a little bit. He was just shaking his hand moments ago. He's still looking at that hand. He was driving baseline to the basket and tried to throw it down a little early, and he hit the rim, the front side of the rim. I was talking about Rob Martin. If he ends up going to Indiana State, he'll follow in the footsteps of former CBC point guard Jordan Barnes, who played at Indiana State and had one of the best careers as a point guard in Indiana State history. Adam Saucelle will trigger for the Golden Griffins. Bounce pass in, a little full court pressure by the Cadets. Justice Johnson. Here's Walsh into the front court. Into the left corner now for number 11, Oaks. Oaks far side for Hebrank. Hebrank, steal by Johnson. No, that's Martin. Got it to Bell driving, and John Bull lays it up and in for 2. Streaking down the lane, the big 7-footer. Boy, he just glides through, doesn't he? Here's Hebrank, left side, dribbles into the lane, picks up his dribble. Cross-court pass knocked away by Johnson. Justice Johnson has 54 career steals coming in. One of the better defenders for CBC, has only played in 14 games this year. Bull gets the steal on the inbound, and look out! John Bull, a two-handed dunk flying down the lane. Into the front court, Vianney now. This is a 3-ball from the left wing, too strong. Rebound by Bentrip, who just checked in. This is Saucelle, bounce pass to Bentrip, a floater, swatted by Bull. Rebound Vianney. Luke Walsh, left wing. Jab step, now drives right side, stutters, gets it back, but a steal by the Cadets. Pass ahead to Rob Martin, who tracks it down. Martin now will pull it out beyond the arc. Dribbling with the right hand, left side for Johnson. Here's Bull, kicks it out top of the key for Hughes. He's going to try it again. I thought Hughes was going to try another dunk from the baseline, but that pass was intercepted by Vianney. Into the front court, it's the Golden Griffins. Left wing for Walsh. Luke Walsh, coach's son. That's a bad pass. Rob Martin with the steal, lays it up and in. And Rob Martin already with 8 points in this first quarter. Came in with 1,160 career points. There's a block by Larry Hughes, got in the way of Saucelle. That was going to be the key matchup, too, is how CBC was going to handle Adam Saucelle, the senior. 20 games, 22.5 points, and he's scored 856 in his career. Into the front court for Vianney, picks it up at the elbow. Underneath, that's a great pass, but John Bull blocks it, his 86th of the season. What a great pass, down low. Bentrip on the baseline, went up for the reverse, and Bull was there to swat it against the glass. Martin into the front court for CBC, left wing. Hands it off to number 30. That's Nasir Binion, who's checked in. But it'll be Vianney basketball. They'll inbound far side. Saucelle, and contesting the inbound will be Mikhail Abdul-Hamid. This is Oaks into the front court, hands it off to number 1, Spoonhour. Spoonhour looking for Saucelle, couldn't get the pass to him, steal by Abdul-Hamid. Martin, cross court to Abdul-Hamid, shot fake, dribble drive, down low for Bull, knocked away by Saucelle, and it'll go to Vianney, bounced off of Bull, so it'll be Griffin basketball. 2:46 to go, first quarter. CBC leads 12-3. Rob Martin has 8 of the 12 Cadet points. Into the front court, right to left is Oaks. Steal again by the Cadets. Down the lane, and a lay-in for 2 for Nasir Binyan. Averaging 4.5 points a game this year. Saucelle, top of the key, behind the back dribble. Now stutters, pulls it out, Bentrip underneath, back to Saucelle for 3. Adam Saucelle straight away from about 21 feet. That ball goes out of bounds on the inbound to Vianney. Checking out Binyan. Returning is Houston for the Cadets. Check that. I think that might be Eric Holmes. If I get the number, I think it is Holmes. 2-on-1 here for the Cadets. Martin ahead to Ross. Ross back to Rob Martin. Now crosses over his defender. Kicks it to Houston. Shot fake, drive, and a charge. Good defensive positioning there for Vianney by number 11, Teddy Oaks. Had his feet set, his arms up. Checking in number 13, Owen Goddard. Goddard has played in 15 games this year. He's 0 for 9 from the field. Still looking for his first bucket. Into the corner, this is Walsh. Walsh dribbles with, now he'll settle for a 3. That rims out. Cadets will bring it into the front court. Mikhail Abdul Hamid and Saucelle's called for the foul, reaching over the back of Holmes. Eric Holmes, the 6'7" senior. Looks like we're going to get a timeout on the court. 1:45 to go. 14-6 CBC. 8 points for Rob Martin, 4 for John Bowl, and 2 for Nasir Binyan. For Vianney, a 3 from Brandon Hebrink and a 3 from Adam Saucelle. And those are your points for the Golden Griffins. Vianney has won 2 in a row. They knocked off Lindbergh February 1st, 57-56, and then beat DeSmet for their first conference win back on February 5th, 71-68. They had previously lost conference games to St. Louis U High, Chaminade, SLU High again, and DeSmet. They lost to DeSmet 81-50 back on December 17th, but then beat the Spartans on February 5th. Triggering in is Goddard. Now Larry Hughes at the logo, dribbles right side. Now with the left hand, top of the key for Goddard. Goddard finds Abdul Hamid, left wing, drives baseline off the glass, and a blocking foul. Count it for Mikhail Abdul Hamid, and he'll shoot a free throw. Abdul Hamid averaging 7.3 points per game. He's a 77% free throw shooter. He's 24 for 31 at the line this season. Foul was called on Brandon Hebrink, his first, third team foul. He knocks that free throw down. Into the front court now is Oaks. Picks up his dribble. Bounce pass baseline, and back to defend was Larry Hughes. Nice play there. Top of the key, Hebrink. Hebrink, jab step, pulls it out. Right side for Walsh. Walsh looking for an entry pass. Can't find one. Now a bounce pass to Saucelle, who drives down the lane for 2. Good court awareness there by Saucelle. Faked bouncing out, and when the defender jumped, he took off down the lane for the bounce pass and the 2. Larry Hughes, a little Euro step. Missed the shot, but he was fouled, and he'll shoot free throws. Larry Hughes, lanky, 6'5". Senior guard, averaging 12 points a game, 79% free throw shooter. knocks down the first. His first point of the evening for the Cadets. Early start, 5 p.m. tip here. Hughes' second free throw is good. 19-8 CBC, under a minute to go, first quarter. Saucelle dribbling up the floor for Vianney. Crosses the timeline now down the lane, but Mikhail Abdul-Hamid swats the ball away. Here's Goddard on the baseline. Finds Holmes underneath. The little baby hook doesn't go, and it'll be out of bounds to Vianney. Good pass by Goddard. Holmes had point-blank range, just couldn't get it to drop. Saucelle will inbound. Got it to Hebrank, who dribbles up the floor, right to left for Vianney. There's a quick three from the corner. Charlie Spoonhour buries a three for Vianney. 19-11, 23 seconds and counting first quarter. In the front court, Larry Hughes, deep right wing, off the hands of Calvin Ross, the junior, goes out of bounds to the Golden Griffins. 15.5 to go here in the first. Officials letting him play, only 7 total fouls called in this quarter. There's a three from Luke Walsh, and the freshman knocks it down. Walsh, 70 three-pointers coming in, leads Vianney. Hughes at the buzzer is off the rim, no good. We've played one here at CBC High School, DC Wilcutt Gymnasium. The Cadets lead 19-14. You're watching CBC basketball on the Cadet Student Network. My name's Randy Molman, bringing you all the action here this evening. Rob Martin, the senior, having his best year ever, has 8 points here in the first quarter. And when I say ever, I mean his 4-year high school career. 46.8% from the field, shooting 38% from three-point range and 71% at the line. Martin this season also has chipped in 102 assists. That's a 5.1 assist per game average. Martin's assist to turnover ratio this year is plus 52. Plus 52. That is an insane number. 102 assists, 50 turnovers. He also has 28 steals. You know, people forget just because he's 6 feet tall that he doesn't rebound. He averages 3.5 rebounds a game. He is a complete player. You could tell when he was a freshman. When you watch him play, his court vision is about as good as any high school point guard I've seen. Just his ability to see the floor, recognize the passing lanes, make the correct pass more often than not. It'll be a sad day, the last game that's played for CBC, when Rob Martin is no longer on the floor. Luke Walsh for three. Off the rim, no good. There's Martin with a rebound. He loses control of the ball, but regains far side. Dribbles with the right hand, guarded by Saucelle. Now he gets it out to the logo to Justice Johnson, down low, and a foul called on Vianney. They were looking for Bowl, and I think they're going to get number 35, Aiden Rush. They do. Rush, the big 6'4" sophomore, leads Vianney. Get this, he leads Vianney. Hughes for three. Larry Hughes knocks down a three from the corner. Aiden Rush leads Vianney with 4 blocks this year. John Bowl has 86 after the one he had in the first quarter. Off the hands of Rush, goes out of bounds to the Cadets. 22-14 CBC, 7:10 to go until halftime. Johnson inbounds into the front court for Houston. It's Martin, Houston, Johnson, Bowl, and Hughes. Hughes again from the left corner. Look out. When Larry Hughes is feeling it, he is going to keep firing them up. 2 in a row for the senior. Down the lane, ball poked and grabbed underneath. And a steal for CBC. Rob Martin now has it. Crosses over his man, up and under. John Bull with the follow. Rob Martin made Luke Walsh stumble backwards, and then Walsh turns around with a great feed underneath to Teddy Oaks. What a great pass by Walsh. Here's Bull, left block off the glass and in. You know, I just don't know how you guard a 7-footer when you have nobody close to 7 feet tall. Hughes for 3! 3 in a row for Larry Hughes. Timeout on the floor. 30-16 the score. By the way, I want to thank Logan Wellett, who is sitting in with me. Logan, we just turned your mic up from Bryan Middle, Francis Howell School District. I understand you want to do some broadcasting. You want to get into broadcasting?
Yeah, sure do. I haven't really taken any classes. It's more just a hobby for me.
Yeah, so what are your favorite sports?
Basketball, of course.
Yeah.
I like to watch football, hockey.
So I know when I was a kid and I was growing up, I used to collect baseball cards, football cards. I'd lay them out on the floor and I'd play games, and I would actually call games with my football and baseball cards. You do anything like that, like playing video games, or do you turn sound down on the TV and just mess around a little bit?
I like to play NBA 2K.
Yeah.
I like to sometimes commentate some of that.
Yeah.
That's just about it.
Yeah,
Stuff like
it's
that.
fun though, right?
Yeah.
And you're in a good district. Francis Howell's always got a good basketball and football program.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. That's Logan Wellett with me from Bryan Middle, Francis Howell District. Thank you for joining and sitting in.
Thanks for inviting me.
So Vianney will now inbound. Griffin's inbound, going right to left. Foul called on the Cadets on the inbound. And Leo Ramos now sitting in, joining me in the broadcast booth. You're doing a bunch of stuff right now, right? Are you running over from the play?
Yes, we just had a choreography day. I'm a little bit out of breath. But I did see a little run there by CBC towards the end. Larry
Hughes has hit his last 3 3-pointers. 3 straight. John Bowles had a basket. Like this team is starting to light it up here in the second half. Right side, this is Spoonhour, and a steal by Martin. But it'll be out of bounds. I think he stepped out of bounds.
I got to see a very nice play by John Bull, saving the ball from going out of bounds. He has some athleticism, even though he's a really big guy.
Oh man, he's already had a 2-handed dunk, and he was flying down the lane earlier on a pass. He was sprinting down the floor and just gliding, just laid it up and in without a problem. I was just commenting, I don't know how you guard a 7-footer when you have no one close to 7 feet tall on your roster.
Yeah, it seems like they have to use their speed that they have, their quickness.
Top of the key, good move there, and then a steal. But what do we got? I think we're going to get a kick ball maybe by the Cadets. They didn't call a foul. So it'll be Vianney will inbound. Teddy Oaks will trigger underneath the CBC basket.
So one question that I have for you, Mr. Molman, Luke Walsh crashing into the high school basketball scene as a freshman, averaging around 14.5 points per game. How has he done in this game?
He has Rob Martin crossed him over on defense once already. But Luke Walsh can hang. He had a couple of really nice passes already, and he's made a 3. John Bull traveled. It'll be Vianney basketball. So, yeah, Walsh does not look out of place. Anyone is going to have a problem guarding Rob Martin. He's going to play D1 basketball at the college level. And Walsh just a freshman, but he doesn't look scared, and he's had a couple at the top of the key where he's faked a pass and then passed it to somebody else who was wide open. He looks really good so far early on. He's going to have a nice career. That Walsh name sounds familiar.
It does. Isn't he the coach's son?
He is. Kevin Walsh in his 22nd season at Vianney. In the corner, Spoonhour. Also, Charlie Spoonhour, who I believe is the grandson of Charlie Spoonhour, who was the coach at St. Louis University, head coach at St. Louis University. So Vianney's got some basketball lineage on this roster. Hughes open again for three, and he knocked it down.
That's 4 in a row, according by your numbers, correct?
4 in a row for Larry Hughes. Martin tried to get the steal, couldn't. Here's Walsh for three. Strong rebound, Johnson. Johnson into the front court, kicked it out. Rob Martin grabbed the, look at that. No look pass down on the left block. I don't know how it got there. I don't think Hughes knew how it got there because by the time he got it, it kind of ricocheted off his hands.
Yeah, and I'm starting to see shades of the Cadets going against East St. Louis. Quick off the rebound, in transition, going to the offense. Like we said, although this CBC team is quite bigger than they have in previous years, they're also really fast.
I like to say sleek. Larry Hughes, the tall, thin, long arms. John Bull, tall and thin. There's just a lot of not just length, but just they're somewhat thin and slippery. J.D. Dorman found Saucell out by the timeline, and he threw it out of bounds. He was trapped out by the logo by number 30, Nasir Binion, and number 1, Rob Martin. That forced the turnover.
This is why Coach Tatum focuses on conditioning. These guys are running everywhere on defense. Vianney can't find an answer on the offensive side.
Martin drives down the lane, and he found Binion for an easy 2. That's set up by Rob Martin. What a great move.
This is why he's going to D1. You don't know if he's going to score or he's going to pass. He's so shifty.
There's Luke Walsh knocking down a 3. He's got 2. That's 6 points.
I like to see the confidence from the young man. We know Rob played varsity basketball freshman year too, so he might be kind of that next Rob.
Martin again finds Binion. So what Martin does is he drives down the left side of the lane and it doesn't look like he's waiting, but with his head fake, once that defender commits to him, he finds Binion with the backhand pass. Luke Walsh, another 3 attempt off the side of the rim, and Martin's got the rebound. Sends it up to Holmes. Jumping up to get it was Oakes, and Holmes is going to get called. He ripped him down.
And to add on to your point about Robert Martin, he's played this game for so long at the high school level where the game has just slowed down to him. You mentioned it looks like he's making those quick decisions, but for him, it's in slow motion.
I was talking earlier about the thing about Rob Martin is you could tell as a freshman how well he sees the floor. Like that pass there down the floor to Holmes, not many point guards are going to make that pass. And he makes it, doesn't have a problem making it. He knows he can get it there. He just sees everything so clearly. He's so good, especially off the dribble. There's a 3 from the corner, missed everything, and it goes off of number 14, Luke Walsh. It'll be CBC basketball.
I'm pretty sure Coach Tatum's like, guys, always expect the ball. You never know when it's coming to you when it's in the hands of Robert Martin.
That's right, 2:23 to go. You always have to be prepared, especially in the fast break. Martin dribbles right wing. Look at that pass. Baseball pass off the floor underneath. There's a rebound by Holmes after a couple of tries. Holmes finally puts it in.
Great hustle by the CBC offense, not giving up on the play, getting those second chances.
20-point lead for the Cadets. Walsh, left wing. Now left side for Rush. Rush found Saucell to Walsh, had a little space. He's not afraid to shoot, I'll give him that. When he has a bit of space, he'll shoot. Down the lane, Eric Holmes was behind the defense. Timeout, CBC. They lead 43-21, 142 to go. And boy, they are running here, Leo. I was just talking about Rob Martin's career numbers.
Career numbers, okay.
1,160 points. Now, this is all according to STL Today, the stats that I pulled from STL Today. I don't know if they're 100% accurate, but if I added them all up correctly, he's got over 1,000 points in his career. He has 389 career assists, 137 career steals, 86 career threes.
Next game, if we get the stats on Caleb Love and Larry Hughes, I'd like to compare them side by side and see what each player has accomplished here.
Yeah, and Rob Martin, I was saying earlier also before you got in the booth, the previous point guard to Rob Martin was a guy named Jordan Barnes, who played at Indiana State, had one of the most successful point guard careers at Indiana State. And Rob Martin, Indiana State's in his final 3. He could follow Jordan Barnes to Indiana State and play in the MVC. Good steal there. Coming back on defense, Nasir Binion drives down the floor. He was looking to go coast to coast, had it knocked out of his hands, and goes out of bounds. It'll stay with CBC.
I know SLU is another one of the top 3. What's the final third one?
The third one was Eastern Illinois out of the Ohio Valley Conference. And I get to, being that I call SIUE games, I get to see Eastern Illinois play. They've gotten a lot of kids out of St. Louis to go to Eastern Illinois play basketball there. Down the lane, number 4 stole it at the three-point line in the backcourt, drove all the way down. Good play, Brandon Hebrink, but the Cadets the other way.
Vianney's
that is Anthony Gauze with the basket.
Vianney's just trying to get some momentum, and that looked like it would have helped him in boosting that confidence, but CBC right back at him, gets a bucket the other way.
Cadets have done a great job on Vianney's leading scorer, Saucel. Here's a 3 from the left wing, and that goes down. J.D. Dorman, the freshman. Saucel, the senior, averaging 22.5 points per game, top 5 in the area. And the Cadets have done a good job on him so far, limiting him to 7 points. Looks like CBC may play for the final shot of the half. 20 seconds to go. Cadets up by 19. This is Gauze, the sophomore. He's played in 20 games, averaging 2.9 points per game. He has 13 assists in 20 games. Right side for Houston for 3. Too strong. Ball pinballs out and thrown up at the buzzer. Too short. Holmes almost had it. But the Cadets will go into halftime with a big lead, 45-26. They led by as many as 21. And they lead by 19 here at halftime. Leo Ramos joining me here in the broadcast booth. And your halftime score, CBC 45, Vianney 26. We'll be back with the second half shortly.
CBC alum and State Farm agent Tim Kylo is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Cadet Student Network. For more than 25 years, Tim and his team have helped their clients protect what is most valuable to them. Whether it's home, auto, or business, CBC Alumni Hall of Famer Tim Kylo prides himself on his commitment to the CBC community, and he can help protect you and your family too. Give him a call at 314-842-4442 to see how Tim can save you money on your insurance. Learn more online at timkylo.com.
We're back here at DC Wilcutt Gymnasium, headed to the third quarter. CBC leads 45-26. Leading the way for the Cadets, Larry Hughes with 14 points, 8 for Rob Martin, and 8 for John Bull, 6 for Nasir Binion. My name's Randy Molman, Leo Ramos alongside. And Leo, Larry Hughes got hot in that second quarter.
Yeah, I got to see the second quarter, and he made some 2 crucial threes to extend the lead for the Cadets. Of course, Cadets looking to make that lead even larger in the second half.
Justice Johnson gets the bucket there for CBC. They lead 47-26. Here's Spoonhour, top of the key for Saucelle, who's been held to 7. He averages 22.5 a game. Far side, Saucelle dribbles to the elbow, picks up his dribble, guarded by Bowl. He bounces it down to the baseline, but dribbling out, Teddy Oakes. Here's Walsh, right wing, back to Saucelle, blocked by Bull. Bull to the hoop, off the glass, no good. But a steal by Johnson, back to Bull, and he lost it out of bounds. This crowd was ready for a massive dunk.
Yeah, great little, I guess you could say, interception. He's just kind of got his body in a way to disrupt John Bull, but how many more blocks we're going to see this season from John Bull? He's had a remarkable season defensively.
He came in with 85 blocks, and he's got 2 tonight. Underneath, Saucelle, bounce pass back out for Walsh, guarded by Johnson. Walsh drives, spins in the lane over Justice Johnson, and he'll shoot 2. Justice Johnson is one of the best lockdown defenders CBC has, and Luke Walsh, not scared at all. The freshman drives into the lane and attacks Justice Johnson.
Yeah, it tells a lot about Luke Walsh's character. You know, during times of adversity, you know, you got to face it. You know, there's going to be times you're going to be cold, and you just got to have short-term memory, move on to the next, and just try to earn that next bucket.
First time Vianney has gone to the free throw line here tonight, and he's 1 for 2. Into the front court now. This is Martin, far side, found Larry Hughes, short. First miss in a while for Larry. Hebrank into the front court, right side, now into the corner for Spoonhour. Fakes the shot, got it to Oakes. Oakes, cross-court pass, tipped, but grabbed by Walsh, drives. Mid-post, and then he floats a pass cross-court for Hebrank. Now Saucelle into the corner. Great defense by the Cadets, but a foul by Rob Martin. Reaching in on Oakes.
You know, I don't think Vianney is not really giving, on my eyes, you know, they're not really getting that opportunity, but they are doing so well passing the ball around. It's just that CBC defense is on another level right now.
I would have liked to have seen Hebrank take that one to the basket. He passed it out instead, and Johnson got the steal. Hughes, shot fake, left-handed pass, top of the key, to the corner for Rob Martin. And the ball goes over the backboard, and it'll be Vianney basketball. 47-27, 6:01 to go, third quarter.
You know, I'm really curious as to how Vianney is going to approach this second half. CBC usually, statistically, we should say, are a lot weaker in the first half. So it's good to get a jump start in the first half, but they're leading by a lot now in the second half. So let's see how Vianney turns up.
Saucelle drives into the lane, kicks it out for Spoonhour. Off the rim, rebound, Hughes, baseball pass up to Martin. Martin quickly to the basket, reverses it up and in. Rob Martin now with 10. Walsh had it stolen by Johnson. Johnson goes up for an easy 2.
Vianney just seems so deflated. You know, the lack of motivation. You know, it seems like they're trying, but when they do, they're not getting any results. So I didn't see anybody run back to try to get a block on that layup.
Hebrank, right side. Now left side for Walsh. Luke Walsh knocks down a 3. 10 points for the freshman. Martin behind the back dribble, beats Walsh to the basket, and he'll shoot free throws. Rob Martin stutter stepped at the elbow, got Walsh to lean, and then he blew past him to the basket and caused the foul.
He's so good at recognizing body language and just little movements in the players to know what he's going to do next, whether he should drive into the paint or dish it out.
Martin's first free throw is good. You know, for Vianney, they have a lot of inexperience. Their senior, Adam Saucell, has 856 career points, but their other senior, Brandon Hebrank, missed the second. Hebrank only averaged 2.3 points per game last year. So he didn't get a lot of minutes. Here's Houston driving down the lane. No good. Bull the rebound and put back. And a lot of the guys who are getting a lot of playing time, Spoonhour, a sophomore. Kel Battles, a junior. Oaks, a sophomore. Walsh, a freshman. We've seen a lot of Aiden Rush. He's a sophomore. We've seen a lot of Dorman. He's a freshman. So Vianney's got a young roster. Yeah, still learning.
They're kind of in a rebuilding phase right now, and it makes it even more impressive how they beat DeSmet earlier this week.
After losing to them by 29 earlier in the season. Wow, what a turnaround. Martin got called for his second foul on the reach. Saucell almost lost it to Martin. Now he does. Bad pass, quickly ahead. Rob Martin drives up, and a double pump up and under for Rob Martin. A little showtime.
He just makes it look so easy. I think in another gym with another team, the crowd would be going crazy, but you know, it's just a nice little clap. You know, he does this.
Yeah, we're used to it now. We've seen it for 4 years. Martin tried to get a little too fancy there, dribbled it off his back heel. Hebrank, by the way, moments ago hit a three for Vianney. It's 56-33 Cadets, 3:52 to go third quarter. Saucell into the front court. Picks up his dribble a little far out. Got a high post set up there for Hebrank, who turns now. Dribbles back out to the logo. Got it to number 11, Oaks. Here's the thing. If you're on offense and you stare down a pass, CBC's going to jump in front and steal it.
Yeah, they're quick at recognizing where you're looking. They've had so many steals, and that's one thing that's had CBC lead by substantial amounts against other teams, not even within Missouri, but also outside Missouri, as they've had a national schedule.
Rob Martin now has 15. There's a three. Too strong. Rebound, Houston. Here's Martin quickly ahead. No look bounce pass kicked by Max Bentrop.
I feel like a very viable comparison to an NBA player. LaMelo Ball has great vision on the court, even though he's only in his second year in the NBA. But he can also shoot. He's super nifty with his skill moves. He can get to the basket. I think would you say that's a fair comparison?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think LaMelo Ball's bigger than Rob Martin for sure. But, yeah, in terms of style, court vision, I can see it. Hughes was fouled going to the basket. He'll shoot free throws. He knocks down the first. He's now 3 for 3 at the line tonight. Hughes came in shooting 79% at the free throw line. He's 2 for 2 there, 4 for 4 overall. The Cadets will get Vianney again 2 days from now at Vianney. And I wouldn't be too confident. DeSmet handled them at their place, or at Vianney, but then Vianney went to DeSmet and beat them there just the other day on the 5th. There's a steal dribbling out of the backcourt, and a three from the left wing is, again, a little short. I don't like that move. I mean, they get the steal in the backcourt, and then instead of driving to the basket, they kick it out for three. They had an easy two. They had a 2-on-1 break. Yeah,
and I wonder if, their mentality is we're down by a lot. We need to start getting some threes, maybe get that extra point, could go a long way. Kind of reminded me of the Golden State Warriors back in like 2016, 2017. But yeah.
Saucell triggers into Hebrank. Crosses the timeline to Walsh. Back to Saucell, who steps into a three, but that's an air ball. CBC student section's going to let him hear about it.
Just seems like the shooting has been off today for Vianney. They've had some shots, but not too many really going in.
I mean, Saucell coming in shooting 55% from the field. And he is definitely under that average today. Mikhail Abdul-Hamid drives, and a left-handed runner goes down. That's 5 points now for Abdul-Hamid. Here's Hebrank, left wing, to the corner for Rush. Cross court to Saucell. That's a miss and another rebound. This time Holmes. Martin into the front court. Down the lane, Rob Martin for 2. 17 points.
You see, I would like to say Vianney should do the same, right? Drive down the paint, get some buckets. But CBC not only has John Bull, but they also have, I believe, Eric Holmes on the field. And Mikhail Abdul-Hamid he's got some height on him too.
There's an errant pass looking for Holmes. I do love when Coach Tatum has Holmes and Bull in at the same time. Holmes is just built differently, 6'7", but he's not sleek. He is thick. He's muscular. Played football this year for the first time, I think. And maybe not the first time in his life, but the first time at CBC he played football and had a really nice season. And Eric Holmes is he's just thicker. He's a bigger body. And then you've got tall, slender, 7-footer John Holmes John Bull right alongside. You got Eric Holmes, John Bull, and then, they have a freshman, Matthew Mahalski, who is 6'9". He's appeared in just one game this year, but he is on that bench, and at some point he's going to start getting some minutes.
Right, he's probably just taking some notes off of what John Bull and Eric Holmes has done. Of course, Eric Holmes, a senior, he's probably given some of his knowledge. He has experience. He's played varsity since sophomore year, but it'll be exciting to see what CBC can do in the future.
Next year, imagine the Twin Tower setup with Bull as a junior, Mahalski as a sophomore at 6'9". I mean, they're going to have some serious size in the post next year.
Not only size, but they will also be a young but experienced team. Coach Tatum likes to rotate the team a lot, as he's given some sophomores and juniors a lot of playing time.
As we look at the roster, candidates to take over as a point guard for Rob Martin still up in the air. I know when Anthony Gauze has gotten minutes, he's played the point, and he is just a sophomore, so that might be a candidate there. They also have Calvin Ross, a junior, who's 6'1". So we'll see who will step up to take over for Rob Martin next year, but we still have a lot to go this year. Luke Walsh buries another 3. That's his 4th of the game. He has 13. Walsh this year, 73 pointers coming in. That leads Vianney. Mikhail Abdul-Hamid now top of the key. Driving down is Binion, and he got it to roll.
Look at the confidence on the young man to weave through traffic and finish with a little bit of contact.
6'4" sophomore. And by the way, you know that Binion, a sophomore, 6'4", has 30 offensive rebounds. You know John Bull is the team leader in rebounds and offensive rebounds. He has 53 coming in. Nasir Binion is second on the team in offensive rebounds this year.
And I'm not sure if you saw it, but earlier this year, I believe it was in Memphis, I think Mikhail Abdul-Hamid shot a 3 off the rebound, just a putback dunk that was so ferocious. Like, I had to like the post. I had to.
Saucell into the front court, bounce pass, top of the key for Rush. There's a nice pass by number 4, Hebrank, but it bounced off Saucell to Oaks, back to Rush. Check that, that's Hebrank. Hebrank underneath the basket, got it poked away by Abdul-Hamid. It'll stay with Vianney. 11 seconds to go, third quarter. The Cadets have opened up a 30-point advantage. My name's Randy Molman. Leo Ramos sitting alongside here this afternoon. Evening now, I should say. Shot missed. There's a rebound by Goddard all the way up to Gauze, and he lays it up for 2. Good. How about Goddard seeing that from underneath his own basket and found Gauze streaking down the floor. What a nice play. And that ends the third quarter, 68-36. And Leo, what an impressive game here for the Cadets.
Yeah, I mean, that time went by fast for me. I didn't know it was the end of the third quarter. I thought it was a timeout for a second there. But, yeah, CBC Cadets extending their league to 32 points now. A lot of the guys in the rotation getting some more minutes. Owen Goddard's getting some playing time. The sophomores, as we mentioned before, getting some play time.
17 for Martin, 16 for Hughes, 10 for Bowl. Abdul Hamid has 5, 8 for Binion. And how about Eric Holmes, who's only averaged about 2.3 points per game this year? He's chipped in 4. He's above his season average.
And that's the thing that's so potent about the CBC offense. They have 3 guys in double digits. And, you know, sometimes teams, they have 1 or 2 guys that, oh, you have to lock down this guy. You shut down a big part of the offense. CBC has 3 key players, and that's very difficult to guard against.
So Goddard's on the floor to start the fourth quarter. It's Goddard, Holmes, Abdul Hamid, Binion, and Gauze with a 32-point lead as we head to the fourth quarter. For Vianney, it's Saucell. There's Oaks with the basketball. Hebrank, Rush, and Spoonhour. There's a steal by Gauze and a double dribble. Vianney basketball.
You know, with a lead this big, I want to know what's in the mind of Coach Walsh. What do you want to take away from this game just to prepare yourself for Friday?
Yeah, because you play again against this CBC team at home before you get, or I guess CBC finishing the year with all conference games. CBC's played the least amount of conference games so far of any team in the conference.
Yeah, that's due to the national schedule. They've been traveling early in the season, so they didn't get a lot of MCC games earlier, so they're just all getting it towards the end.
There's Gauze for 3, short, rebound Saucell. Saucell with just 7 points tonight for Vianney. What a job the CBC defense has done on him. Down in the left block, ball is loose, grabbed by Goddard, but a jump ball. Ball was tied up between Rush and Goddard.
So great defensive effort for Goddard. A lot of intensity in that CBC defense causes a jump ball, as you mentioned, and now CBC offense.
It'll be DeSmet on Saturday for the Cadets after going to Vianney on Friday night. So back-to-back games for CBC, and actually 3 games in 4 days for the Cadets. This is why now it's a nice luxury to have right here. A big lead, you can get some of your bench some minutes, save some of your starters. Gauze, shot fake, drives. Now looking for Holmes, batted away by Walsh. Walsh is wondering how there was no foul called. Holmes did have his right hand wrapped around Walsh, and Walsh was wondering why no whistle. I can't say I blame him.
You could see it clearly here, but maybe the ref didn't have a good look at it.
So this is a chance to get Rob Martin some rest, Larry Hughes some rest, John Bowl some rest, being that you're playing 3 games in 4 days, with back-to-back games Friday and Saturday night. Nice move there, but poked away, and here comes Vianney quickly ahead. The Cadets, though, sprinting back on defense. That's Binion. He found Gauze driving to the basket for 2. So how about Binion turns the ball over, then chases the offensive player down, gets the steal, gets the ball back, and then gets the assist on the basket. Nice play by Binion.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what Tatum teaches his guys. Never give up on the play. You make a mistake, go make amends, get that ball back. And Gauze really showing up with the time he's had in this fourth quarter.
5:12 to go, timeout on the floor, 70-36 CBC leads. Luke Walsh leading the way, the freshman for Vianney. He has 13 points, 7 for Saucell, 8 for Hebrank. I don't know what happened to Kel Battle. Battle started the game for Vianney, played maybe the first 5 minutes, and then we haven't seen him since. I don't really know what happened there. He's averaging 5.8 points per game. He's played in all 20 games, but he hasn't seen the floor since midway through the first quarter. So I wonder if there's an injury there, or he's got his warm-up shirt on over on the bench. He has not played since early in the first quarter.
Yeah, maybe he might have felt a little discomfort. But did you say it was in the first quarter?
He started. He played the first 5 minutes of the game, and then he hasn't been in since. So
maybe they're just taking precautionary.
I have to think it's got to be an injury of some kind. I mean, he's a starter for Vianney, and he hasn't played, so hopefully he's okay. Far side Saucelle. There's a shot fake by Hebrank. He gets it back to Saucelle, left wing. Spins. Overhead cross-court pass. Now quickly to Hebrank for three. Hebrank buries another one. That's his third of the game. That right corner's been good to him. He's hit his last two from over there. Down the lane, a blocking foul, and one for Nasir Binion.
That was a weird, I don't even know if that was a dunk or a layup. It seems like he kind of hit the backboard and went in, but great play. Not afraid of the contact and finishes.
6'4" sophomore. This is my first time really seeing him play live. Very athletic. When you look up and down this roster, Coach Tatum has a lot of guys right at about this size. He's got Larry Hughes, 6'5", 180. Abdul Hamid, 6'5", 189. Kendall Houston, 6'3", 190. Teron Garrett, the freshman, 6'4", 160. Binion, 6'4", 170. You got 6'4", Jervon Ford, a junior. I mean, he's got Coach Tatum loves to have that length on the wing for his team. He loves setting up his team with those tall, lanky wings. Saucelle finally hits one, a three from the left wing.
That could be a little bit of a confidence booster, something you could probably take on into Friday's game. And I think that's probably the key for Vianney, just trying to find and gain that confidence against the CBC team, just to clear their mindset and get ready to go on Friday.
Abdul Hamid found number 44, Ross. He missed the three, but there's Goddard. That's Goddard's first 2 points of the year. He's been in 15 games, and he was 0 for 9 from the field. That's his first basket. Good job.
That must be really special. A lot of the cadet crew cheering, as well as the bench, so everybody was hyped for that.
That three is missed. Abdul Hamid saves it, but it threw it right to Saucelle, who hit a turnaround three. Wow. I think what you said, what Vianney wants to get out of this fourth quarter, that's an offensive foul, I think, on Abdul Hamid. I think what Vianney wants to get out of this is basically momentum for Friday. Just play even or try to outscore this team in the fourth quarter. Get some momentum going for Friday.
And I think Coach Walsh is just going to analyze this game because he knows he's not going to – his team is not more physical than CBC. They're not going to drive or at least have many driving opportunities. So they're going to probably draw up something tomorrow in practice to respond to this great physical and tall defensive CBC.
So the freshman, Teron Garrett, is in the game. There's a long-range shot, no good. On the floor, Holmes will get a tie-up. Possession arrow to the Cadets. Teron Garrett, we mentioned another one of those 6'4" wing players. He's played in 9 games this year as a freshman, and he has just 2 points. 2 varsity points for Garrett. Down the lane, bounce pass underneath for 2. Nice play. Max Bentrup lays it in. Good assist from Nathan Pica, sophomore, who has played in just 1 varsity game this season and has not scored.
So we got a lot of first pointers in this game. Well, just 2, maybe not a lot, but 2 first pointers, and I think that's pretty significant.
Abdul Hamid traveled. Vianney basketball. Spoonhour, the 5'10" sophomore, will dribble the ball into the front court. Here's Rush into the corner, back to Spoonhour. Bounce pass, high post setup for Pica, back to Spoonhour. Spoonhour now defended by Garrett. He gets it around. Now into the corner for Bentrup. Back to Spoonhour. Spoonhour looking for Bentrup. Knocked away by Holmes, and then Bentrup's called for the foul. Holmes reached in and batted it away. That's Bentrup's first foul, 4th team foul called on the Golden Griffins. So the Cadets will inbound from far side over there, and Ross will bring the ball up the floor for the Cadets, the 6'1 junior.
CBC has done well pressuring the Vianney offense. A lot of poking, trying to get that ball loose, and only 5 fouls in the half, and that's pretty impressive, despite how many times they're putting their hands close to the Vianney arms that could cause a reach and foul.
Approaching 30 seconds to go in this one. Goddard, top of the key. Now pulls it out, gets it right side for Garrett. Here's Ross driving, found Abdul Hamid. That's his second travel call in the last minute and a half. Vianney basketball, 75-47, 21 seconds to go. Here's Spoonhour. Rush far side for Pica, looking for his first varsity points. Pica into the corner. There's a 3, blocked by Goddard. How about Goddard? He's had a couple of rebounds, a block, a great assist, and his first basket of the year. The Cadets win it 75-47, and CBC will play Vianney again at Vianney on Friday. Our next basketball broadcast will be next Wednesday, Saturday, the 12th at 6 o'clock, when the Cadets will take on DeSmet. So be sure to tune in for that if you're not here for it. That's a 6 p.m. tip. My name's Randy Molman, Leo Ramos alongside, and Leo, dominant win here tonight. Yep,
very entertaining in terms of the Cadet side. A lot of guys got some playing time. Maybe try to gain some trust for Coach Tatum, going into the game Friday.
CBC wins it 75-47. We thank you for tuning in to the Cadet Student Network. My name's Randy Molman. That was Leo Ramos. Until Saturday. So long, everybody.